Well, I'm back from making my bank rounds today. Here's what I picked up today. Two Sheds Gabby here. How is everybody today? I was sitting having coffee this morning and I just reached over and I grabbed one of the boxes of coins that I had brought back from banking yesterday, the nickels, and I popped them open. And I like first of all, I want to see if there's 2024s, a box of 2024s, but I've never gotten one. And I've even saw a hint that somebody said that they haven't found where anybody has gotten a box of 2024s from a Brinks, and that's what I almost always get is Brinks. So I mean that may not be universally correct, but that's just what this one person noted. Anyway, I wanted to see what I had, and just I rummaged through the ends to see if I had an ender, and I found something today that I have not found for a long time. See that right there? I got another one. Oh yeah. I was so excited to see that. It looks like a nice shape too. Oh, what a sight. That is so cool. I don't have very many of these from cornrow hunting, I tell you. I'm going to pop this guy open first, see what year we've got, and, check the obverse. And hopefully, in my opinion, it's already a good box. If I get nothing else, this is worth it for me to find one of these guys. But hopefully I will find a few other things as well. So let's get started. I'm going to pop this guy open first and see what we've got. This is the other side. I like to be pretty careful when I have an ender to not hit the ender. Just barely stick that under there. Ooh. 1907. Worn a little bit more than I thought it might be because the reverse looked so nice, but it's still a fantastic find in my opinion. I love these things. 1907. That's been a couple of years. Well, that's cool. I dropped it and caught it. So let me sit this down and we'll get into the rest of the box and see what we find. Hey, in that same roll, look at this 1957. That's nice. I guess that's a 5. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have the steps. I didn't expect that, but it's awfully good condition, though. It's nice. Real nice. Oh, my son and my grandson just pulled in. How about that? I may take a break after this row. Oh, there's a 1941 in the same row. This might be a good box, folks. 41 Philadelphia. Boy, that's neat. Hope I find a lot more of that kind of stuff. Maybe they even stuck a silver one in there. A few hours later, and my son is out there taking a look at my vehicle. I'm sneaking in here, checking out a roll real quick. This is the second roll, and check this out. 2024D. That's really cool. So we've already got a V nickel and a 2024D, and we've got a lot of more rolls to go. Maybe we'll get some really cool stuff in this box. But we've already got enough, in my opinion, to make it a good box. Pretty exciting. Yeah, my vehicle's got a little miss in it, and he's going to try to take care of that for me, and that would be so nice. It's not a little miss. Actually, it's an annoying miss when you're accelerating and it's. I don't even know how to describe it. It's. I remember the episode in Andy Griffith where they took the car apart and put it together inside, and he kept saying it was making this pucka 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 sound. That's what I want to tell him mine's doing, but that's not the sound it's making. I am all the way up to the 8th roll now. Nothing happened in between. And here we have a 1950. Now the 50 Philadelphia, they only did 9 million, and the Denver only 2 million. So either way, it's very, very low mintage. But it'd be great if it's the D. Nope, it's the Philly, but still under 10 million made. That's pretty low mintage. That's pretty cool. So I'm out. I've been out there with my son. He's getting my vehicle tuned up, I guess you'd say. It's got 150,000 miles on it, and it's never had the plugs changed. And they were worn pretty good. Yeah, they were definitely due. Hopefully, that will make a noticeable difference. I'll get back out there with him in just a minute. In the 10th row, I come to a 1948, and if it is an S, then they only made 11 million of them. It's considered a semi-key date. This one is not 1948. I think it was probably a couple of nickel videos back that I mentioned that the most I've ever found 2024Ds in one box is one. And when you find one, like, what was it, the second row, it makes you real hopeful that you'll find another one. And so this is the 10th row. We got a bunch of more rows, so I'm really hoping to find one more. My grandson is 8. He's hoping that we'll get some Chinese he likes that lo mein, so maybe we'll see. Hey folks, look at this. This is the 11th row, and here's a 2024P. How about that? This is the second one of these I've found, but that's really neat. I'm finding them both now. Cool beans. Pretty fun. I think I'm enjoying this box. A few of my tellers that at the banks this week, I've talked to about, they've asked me about what I do and what I do with the coins. And so a few of them have asked what my name is on here on YouTube. I think they're going to start watching. So if any of y'all see this, hello, and thanks for being so nice to me, because I tell you, there are some bankers out there that are just power hungry and rude, but most of the people that I bank with are just super. In the 12th row, I was just going through nickels, and when I got to this one, I saw something behind it. You see that? That looks like feathers from an Indian. There's no date. That's a bummer, but that's cool. Wow. That's really neat. I love finding these old guys. I don't see a mint mark. It's such a great looking coin. I think I read somewhere that they used like a couple of different guys, Indian fellas, to make this profile. It's not just one person. I may have to go back and read on that, but I think that's what I read. We might have to try some of that Nicodate on this guy, because there's something there. Oh, wow. Sometimes the boxes are just duds, but sometimes they can be a lot of fun. Now what we need is a silver, right? Oh, yeah. We've got the V nickel, the Indian head nickel, a 2024P and D. I guess we'll need a 2009 too while we're at it. How about a proof? I'll take a proof too. That looks kind of old. Yeah, 64. 64. Next row, I guess this is the 13th row. I come to a 1941. And it is a Philadelphia also. I just remembered my wife come in here. She's getting ready. I'm like, oh, that's right. My mom had a friend pass away, and my wife's going to take her to the funeral. And so she'll be gone for a few hours. And she heard my grandson mention the Chinese, and she walked in. She goes, "That sounds good to me too," because we was going to have to throw something together. Or, you know, she won't be around to fix anything. Oh, I see a 1948 back here. So we'll have some Chinese for her when she gets home. 1948, Philadelphia. It's pretty old coins as well as the other coins. Happy coins, aren't they? Okay, I think I'm in the 20th row here, and I come to a 1942. To me, it doesn't have that look of silver, but sometimes you just don't know. It could be, but I'm going to guess that it's not. And yeah, I was right, unfortunately. I'd love to have been a silver, but it's not. But it's a 1942. Oh, was there a mint mark? Nope. 42 Philly. Well, I'm disappointed. We got the new plugs in and went for a drive, and it definitely accelerates better, but the little shaking noise is what I had hoped that it wasn't, is what I suspected. My son said it sounded kind of like the transmission to him, so that's a bummer. He said there's a few things if you take off the pan when you're going to replace the liquid, the fluid. There's a couple of things that you can replace. I forget what he called them. Not exactly sensors, but something else. He goes, that could be all it is, but if it's worse than that, it's bad news. I think I can continue driving it. It's frustrating. Makes you question on whether you want to go on a trip or not, and we're wanting to go on a trip. My grandson's here making faces, so I'll put a couple of these pictures that he makes out. He may want to say something later, but he don't want to right now.
I want to.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
I don't know.
Huh? I'm going to go look at you. You going to say something?
Hi.
What'd you say? Hi?
Yeah.
Hi there, buddy. I am at the last row in the first half of this box of nickels, and I come to another 1950. And remember, this is my second one. The Philadelphia is 9 million something, and the Denver is 2 million something. It'd be sweet to see a D there. Nope, it's another Philadelphia. But again, that's still very low mintage coin right there. Pretty cool. It is now going on 10 p.m. My wife's going to bed. My son has been asleep for a couple of hours. We already ate at our Chinese. Well, we didn't eat that. We went and got carry out. My wife got back earlier than she expected to from taking my mom to the funeral. And it was a 1959. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice shape. Philadelphia. I ran up and got us some Chinese. Mine pulled out the plugs on this vehicle, and they were well worn. Not, just a lot of miles on them, and so it was good to get them changed. But I don't think that fixed the problem, so we'll talk more about that tomorrow. I think it might be a transmission issue. That's frustrating. Why did I turn that one over? I just laid out this seventh row in the second half here. And as I laid them, I'll pull them out and then lay them down like this. And I saw a dark one back there, and I just couldn't help but see the date. Look there, folks. I have gotten a Liberty Head, a Buffalo, 24D, a 24P, and now it looks like I have gotten a silver as well. It's so what a cool box this is. Come on out of there, fella. 1945, Philadelphia. Wartime silver. Man, I tell you, that's just about everything in this box, ain't it? That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. I'm still hoping that I might get another 24D. Just because, like I said, I've never gotten more than one in any box. It'd be really cool to have a box that got two. If I don't get one in this box, no complaints. No complaints. But it'd be fun. Got me a silver. That makes me happy. Pretty cool. So we like the spicier stuff. We got a, what is it? Oh, there's a 1955. Was there a mint mark? D, 55D. Nice. What was the mintage on those? 74 million. The 55 Philadelphia had like 7 million, which is really low. We got the chicken with garlic sauce, and then, which is already comes spicy, they call it, but I added considerably bit more hot sauce to it because I like it pretty spicy. They have really good egg rolls, but they're tiny. Oh my goodness, they're tiny little things. And Chinese food has just gotten so high. We have 4 combo dinners and a small soup, and it's over $50. That is so much higher than it was, I guess, before COVID. Man, maybe not double, but way higher. I just rolled out this row. Can you see that? Is that like a battery? It is. Oh, that's funny. That is hilarious. 3 votes. Wonder if it's still good. Hilarious. That was worth a nickel. This is the 11th row in the second half of the box of nickels, and I come to a 1947. And you know what I always forget to look for? I'm going to have to go back one of these days soon and go through all of my nickels and check them to see if I've got a Henning. I would love to find a Henning. That would be so cool. You look for the hole in the pluribus, in the R. I don't see one there. Or you can, some of them don't have that, and you weigh them, and they weigh more than the others. And this one doesn't weigh more. It's still an old one that I keep, 1947. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and check for myself a Henning. That'd be amazing to find one of those. They say that he made, I think they said over 500,000 of them. So that'd be pretty cool to find. Yeah, the 44 is real easy to catch because it's supposed to be the silver and have the big mint mark, and he forgot to put the big mint mark above the dome. So if you get a 44 with no mint mark, you got yourself a Henning. I was just looking on eBay. They can sell upwards of $300 something. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. You know, so many people's hobbies cost so much money. And our hobby doesn't really cost money. It's, some gas, but we make up for it in all the cool stuff we find. I think we're in a pretty fun hobby here. 12th row in the second half, and look at this, folks. What a beauty. That's so cool. Oh, I hope there's a date. That'd be cool. Oh, yeah, 23. Just barely there, 1923. That is so cool. Wow, that's two of those. Only one with the date. Man, what a box. And what would I do without that battery? Oh my goodness. 1923. That was a little while ago. You know, I was born in 1960. I remember, when I was 8 or 9, it's like, I felt like it was so far away from, all those old people that were in World War II. But I look back on it now, it's like I was just a little while past that. I wasn't that far off from it. I grew up in the Vietnam era. My dad was in the military during the Korean conflict, but he didn't go over there. 14th row, and here is a 1940 Philadelphia. Way more of the Philadelphia than the other two. Still a pretty old nickel. Oh, and by the way, that V-nickel that I found, the 1907, they made 39 million of those. It'd have been neat to see the production of the coins in 1907. It'd be fun to see the production of the coins today. I've never been to one. I need to visit one. Maybe in one of my trips, if I get to do some more traveling, that's what we'll do. It'd probably be in Denver. I've got a brother-in-law out in Colorado, so we'd probably go there. I haven't been to Philadelphia in quite a few years. Well, I finally had to put new batteries in my little magnifier. They finally wore out. But it helps a whole lot. With this little lens here, it's like 55x, and you hold the light over it, you can really get a good a good shot of the coin if I don't want to run over there and put it under the tom love at the moment. The reason I wanted to do it is I just came across this 1950 something, and I just couldn't see quite what that was. Oh, you can see it a little bit now that I've got the camera magnified. But anyway, with my little light, I could see real easily that it was a 53. And it is a Denver. 18th row in the second half of this box of nickels. And here's a 1948. Once again, we're looking for the S. And we don't get it again. Okay, well, that's all right. 1948. We've got 7 rolls left in this box, and I haven't gotten another 2024. When you get one in the second roll, you think, maybe I'll get 10. But I was really hoping for 2. I still might, but it's starting to look less and less like I will. There's an older looking nickel. Oh, it's a 1960, which I don't keep those yet. Maybe someday. 64. 61. Has anybody seen a 2025 coin yet? I've heard a few people saying they're surprised that they haven't hit. Oh, what's that? I think that says 39. Well, that's cool. Anyway, I've heard somebody say they haven't come out yet, and they should have by now. And I'm wondering if they've done something different, because this year is the 250th celebration, 50th year celebration of our 1776. Is that right? I think that is. I think this is 250 years. Maybe I better go do my math again. But here's a 1939. Ah, Philadelphia. Too bad. They did make a bunch of this one, but it's still fun to find these old ones. You know, the Henning was, they did a Henning 39. You see a hole in the R? I don't think so. I'll weigh it, but I don't, it's obviously worn. Well, it's 5 even. That's interesting. Because the nickels weigh 5 grams. I've weighed several other nickels, and they were all under 5 grams because they were worn. They were like 4.7, 4.8, 4.9. And this one's 5 grams, even though it's warm, because the Hennings were 5.4 grams. So I'm gonna hold this aside and look at it a little bit more. I don't know how to tell if it ain't on the R there. I'll look at it a little closer. I don't know how I would tell, but it's interesting that this one is still 5 grams, even though it's worn, clearly worn. Well, that'd be kind of neat, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'd love to hear if anybody has heard anything about the 2025 coins. I tried to, oh, is that another older one? Oh, 1940, Philadelphia. I'm getting some pretty old coins here. I looked up 2025 coins, and people sell them, they claim to, but they don't show what they look like. Oh, well, whatever. I just came across a penny, a 1991. Mostly zinc penny, but I did find a penny. I'd rather have been a dime. I'm running out of time. Oh, is that an old coin there, maybe? 47. That's another Henning year. I don't see anything in that R. There's like a hole at the bottom of the base of the back leg of the R in some of them. I think I'll weigh this one as well. So that one's 4.9, so I don't think that's a Henning. Well, we're getting down to the bottom of the box. With 3 rolls to go, I just came across another 39. And it appears to be a Philadelphia. And I don't see any kind of hole in the back of the R. But I'll weigh it anyway. Clearly worn, folks. Clearly. And it is 4.8 grams. And this one's a little darker than most of them. With those spooky eyes. Three rolls to go. I sure wish one of these 2024s would pop up there again. Well, here's the last roll, so let's just go through it together and see if anything shows up. And by the way, I was talking about the 250 years. This year ends in a 5, not a 6. So it's next year that we have the 250. And so maybe they'll do something special for next, but I don't know what's going on while the coins haven't shown up yet this year. Anyway, strike that and correct it. Well, I guess it ain't look like much has happened in this last row, does it? I was sure hoping I was going to get 2 of them. I sound like I'm complaining. I don't mean to be. This was a great box. I got the 2024 P and D. I got 2 Buffalo nickels. I got a silver nickel. I've got a V nickel ender. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this has been a great box. But you know, it's just how it flows. When you saw it in the second row, you thought, hey, maybe, but that's okay. Second row or 42nd row, it don't matter. We got one. Yeah, that's it. Let me pull my 2025 silver box out. This wartime nickel puts me at number 18 now for the year. My goal for this year is 150 silver coins. The dimes made a big difference with 11 of them, but we keep plugging along. Now we have 18. That's pretty cool. Cool stuff we got here. I got to get these put away in the little 2x2s and stuff. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, folks.